The title of this presentation is China's Education and Technology Association in a Global Society. Does Chinese educational level achieve associated with whether an individual views the world better off due to technology and science and financial technology, fintech? The purpose of this presentation is to inform about correlation of education and technology with science adaptation with specific applications around the emergence of digitizing processing for Chinese payment systems through fintech. This research evaluates the correlation of education and technology with science adaptation with specific applications around the emergence of fintech. The big question about this technology advancement being explored is whether the level of education of the Chinese respondents in the World Values Survey correlates to specific values and perspectives regarding the value of technology's impact on the quality of the world's current state. Concerning information on the country context, the speed of technology advancement aligned with China's educational system would greatly benefit by incorporating the theoretical framework to help interpret what factors positively transform the evolving digital landscape. This construction could help improve educational progressiveness and adaptation to give perspectives on reforming Chinese learning institutions in the polarizing political environment. As we evaluate the literature, this research presents a challenge to understand any existing correlation between education and technology so that there can be an improvement and enhancement of the engagement of the inputs and outputs for scaling greater benevolence in the Chinese society. Ultimately, the research could provide valuable tools for leaders and educators to actively reshape and evolve current injustices in financial services to improve the well-being of all societies with sound ideology and strategy. The theoretical framework is taken from the Technology Acceptance Model, abbreviated as TAM. It is an explorative model that evaluates a medium of detection to inform the linking between variables of technology perspectives and educational levels because it addresses a gap that currently exists in how to effectively determine what factors promote positive adaptation of technology in diverse educational settings. The TAM model provides versatility to evaluate behaviors of technological adoptions at various levels of education to determine the commonality of modes of acceptance. The key characteristics of the model consider how the perceived ease of use and practical usefulness of technological advancements provide assessments to any level of formal instruction and development. The strength of the TAM model is that it helps to remove subjectivity regarding the reason why people believe that the world is better or worse off from the incorporation of science and technology. It determines if there is a root cause and has any association with educational attainment and development. As we evaluate the global leadership relevance, Chinese leaders focusing on these connections can allow this technology's benefits to improve society's social and ethical challenges. Exploration of the outcomes created by fintech in the Chinese community will provide critical insights to make the impetus for a remunerative transformation. Global leadership in China must understand the full scope of fintech's change in society and if it correlates to the educational experience. As we evaluate the methodology that was used in the hypothesis, the research hypothesis is that educational levels in Chinese society are associated with different viewpoints on technology and science usefulness to the world. The null hypothesis is that the educational levels in Chinese society are not associated with different viewpoints on technology and science usefulness to the world. The variables of interest are science and technology through the evaluation of the technology acceptance model. Reflecting on the methodology of the dataset, the descriptive statistics for the study were based on variables in science, technology, and education. The two variables that will be studied are Q163, which is a dependent variable, and Q275, an independent variable. Variable Q163 focuses on positive or negative perspectives about technology and science in Chinese society. Variable Q275 provides insight into a qualitative ranking of educational levels. The first consideration of the quantitative results achieved from this research study are that the correlation and cross-tabulation show similar trends and support for education not associated with a Chinese person's view on the value of science and technology. In the survey, an overwhelming majority of respondents found technology beneficial. Regardless of education, only 1.2% of the population surveyed believed that the world was much worse off because of the influence of science and technology. The next consideration is the quantitative results that evaluated a statistical p-value. The p-value showed a significance of 0.055, which is greater than 0.05. This reveals that we failed to reject the null hypothesis. There is no influence or relationship between the independent and dependent variables. For the quantitative interpretations, the TAM model provided the means to evaluate favorable attitudes toward technology at different educational levels. The model supports the conclusions for this Chinese population surveyed that individual acceptance or rejection of technology does not directly correlate to educational levels. The results support and suggest that other variables could be more impactful on how people view and receive technology. Future studies should incorporate other variables to evaluate the totality of the socioeconomic and political factors that promote technological adaptation. Hence, the rapid favorable view of fintech in Chinese society may be correlated with other variables excluding educational level, such as security, ease of use, privacy, and convenience causal variables. In concluding, hopefully this presentation has given you a better understanding about the association of education and perspectives on technology and science usefulness to the world and the Chinese society. The research investigation provides insight into the linking and correlation of education with technology in Chinese society with the direct application of this idea into evaluating fintech evolution and learning level connection. The data reveals that education is not associated with a favorable or unfavorable technological view. Most of the population valued technology's impact on the surrounding world regardless of education. The data analysis shows no statistical significance association between education and technology levels. The resultant logically infers that the educational attainment and technology benefit are not leading and lagging or cause and effect related variables, as may very well be the case with fintech adoption. Hence, the rapid favorable view of fintech in a Chinese society may be correlated with other variables excluding educational levels such as security, ease of use, privacy, and convenience causal variables.